I miss you all. How y'all doing today on this wonderful Monday? Matic Monday. No, this is actually Cinco de Mayo, and it's a celebration for the brown people, my Mexican Latinos, even for some of us black people. Yes, Cinco de Mayo. But I will say this, happy Cinco de Mayo to everyone except the people that voted for Donald Trump. Yeah, if you voted for Donald Trump, don't you dare buy any Mexican food. Celebrate Cinco de Mayo when y'all brought harm to people. Don't you do it. Don't you ever do it. Hey, we're not living in the times of our ancestors. So you better not be celebrating what? Cinco de Mayo today. Don't you do it. No, don't do it. Not when you want to hurt people, a group of people because of hate in your heart. And you voted for somebody that hates brown people and black people. Don't you celebrate Cinco de Mayo. Don't do it. But anyway, we got a lot to cover today. I'm going to take a sip of water right quick. A lot to cover. You see, the orange man think he's supposed to be the Pope. But honey, the Catholic Church let him know, no, 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 not you and full of sin and filth. You think you're going to be the Pope? Nobody wants you as president. You said Elania Musty rigged this election for you. And that's how you won, Donnie. We recall that. I played it on my channel, coming from your mouth. From those thin paper lips of yours. And all that orange makeup. Hello, how you doing, King Allen? Hello, how you doing, Queen Victoria's One? Thank you all for coming to my live. I am Queen Lillie, and this is Life Under Trump, part 135. And it's a lot to cover because every day Donald Trump comes with some new BS. Every day. And it's not like he's intelligent. He just spew out things that doesn't make sense. Then he get mad when they do interviews and they won't let him have his way. They won't let him continue to lie while they're interviewing him. Donald Trump thinks that everybody's supposed to bow down and kiss the ring and believe every lie he tells. But Donnie, everybody ain't dumb as you. You may be a con artist and you have con MAGA to get in that White House and con Elon Musk rat to get in that White House, but you have not con people that got good sense. Just because you have money does not mean you have good sense. I grew up dirt poor and I'm not rich now, but I got sense, Donnie, and I do not believe your BS that you spew daily and the lies that you tell. And you want to cost the American people billions and millions of dollars. You already have, but you want to continue doing it. You want to open back up Alcatraz, what, to put black and brown people in there? When your people is doing crazy every day. And there's illegal white people in this country, but you ain't effing with them. But they losing their jobs daily. They losing their health care, their food stamps, their Medicaid daily. And the veterans are losing their funding too. You want to take away Veterans Day and call it Victory Day. Victory Day is what Russia have. Listen to me, people. Victory Day is what Vladimir Putin has. And he's telling Donnie what to do. So that's where that Victory Day come from, MAGA. So don't you get excited when he said he's taking away something from the veterans. Because Victory Day is from Russia. But y'all so simple-minded, you have bowed down to Donald Trump and you willing to be down with his BS. But I refuse to kiss Donnie's ring. Why would I want to be bothered and bow down to somebody that wears a pamper and poop and pee on himself? It ain't happening. No. Thank you. See, not that you worthy of being acknowledged. Don't tell me to relax. You bow down and kiss my ring, bitch. Let's get started. You don't want to mess with me. I will ruin your day, your entire family. Don't mess with me. You come to my territory. Bow down. Let's get started. And while you edit, see, your wife is looking for her pink underwear with the red hearts. I know you wore them when you went to see your lover. She want them back. Okay? I'm going to spew all your tea. You keep effing with me. Now, allow this beautiful black woman that's celebrating Cinco de Mayo and been happy all day till I got to come on here and talk about the poison that has been poisoned this country, Donald Trump. Find somebody else to mess with. Go to another live because you will not be missed. I will ruin your whole life effing with me. Now, take them underwear that you've been wearing of your wives and put them back in her drawer. Do that. Hit that like button, everybody. Also, if you want to support my channel, you can send me super chats. And if you want me to read your mean comments, send me a super chat. I will gladly read it. Then I will read you down to your pissy pants. Now, come off down and Donald Trump's pissy pants. Also, in my description, I have a Venmo. So if you want to support me through Venmo, you can do that as well. And if you want to support me through PayPal, you just simply go in my description and you hit that PayPal link real quick. Happy Cinco de Mayo, everybody. And if you voted for Donald Trump, don't your whack ass dare celebrate Cinco de Mayo. One moment. Waiting to everything upload. Thank you, Victorious One. I love you. Oh, yes, I did. You king rabbit piece of shit. I tell you what I want to take because you on my turf. Okay? Leave. Poof, be gone. You pale monkey. It's Cinco de Mayo day. Deal with it.
To head the House Oversight Committee.
Why do you think that you would be the best Democrat to take that position?
Because
I
she
think
will.
it's essentially to fight the president and his agenda. Exactly.
She will.
It is. Listen, oversight has so much latitude.
She's smart.
But beyond that,
high IQ.
we are allowed to conduct investigations. We are allowed to send out subpoenas and get documents. And here's the deal. My legal experience, I think, helps me be able to kind of guide through that part. And so I think that I can not only do the work, but make sure that people understand the information that this administration wants to hide from the American people. I want to make sure I can shine a light on it.
It's official. Jasmine Crockett is running to head the House Oversight Committee.
Why do you think that you would be the best Democrat to take?
And you know what? Donnie is mad. He happened to call our Queen Jasmine Crockett low IQ. Donnie, she is an attorney. She has the education. She wasn't giving anything. See, that's the thing about Black people. We're not giving shit. We have to get it ourselves. Get it out of the gutter. Strap up our bootstraps. Ain't that's what y'all have been telling Black people for a long time? But y'all are giving things and we not, you whack. She earned what she has. Donnie, you conned your way in everything you have. Your father left you $400-something million. And what did you do with it, Donnie? You swindled it away. You have 6 bankruptcies and you're a 34-count felon. Jasmine Crockett is used to criminals like you. She ain't scared of you. I grew up dirt poor, Donnie. I would do an IQ test against you and I would pass you. I will outdo you with no problema. I will outdo Donald Trump because he's not smart at all. Can Donnie even read? Donald Trump, can you read? Because every time somebody hand you something to read, you never read it. You hand it off to somebody else because Donnie, it appears, in my opinion, you can't read. And you're mad at Harvard University because your son that's not smart could not get into Howard University. You only effing with the doggone universities that would not accept your son because he's just like you, low IQ. Now, I would love a competition with you on IQ because I'm a poor black woman that just happened to live decent because God bless me. I grew up dirt poor. I don't have the money you have, but my IQ is higher than yours. See, money doesn't make you have an IQ. That's why you effed up, Donnie. And you love to say DEI on black people when they have their education, because what we do, because y'all have talked so much SHIT about us when we built that White House. We went and got our education, and you want to take that too. So you want to make it hard for people to get into colleges and take away grants and things like that. Donnie, I didn't get any grants, baby. When I went to college, I paid my own way. This beautiful black woman right here that's 51 years old and don't have the wrinkles that your whack ass wife and everybody else have on them. Your daughter who get Botox and got a nose job. I paid my own way to go to college. And y'all love to call black people lazy. You whack bitch Donald Trump. Who lazy? You. You conned your way in every goddamn thing it is. And all you racist white people in my chat, you ain't working nowhere near as hard as black people have. And y'all love to say we lazy. How can we be lazy when we ancestors especially breastfed you, your family? So you got my blood in you from my mammy, great mammy's milk. So you bow your ass down in my chat and obey my moderators, you whack bitches. Hello. Jasmine Crockett make Donald Trump nervous. See, the thing is, black women really makes Donald Trump very, very, very nervous. So I'm gonna give you a little history on black women right quick. Bow down and kiss my ring because you in my chat. Get off my clip.
Why now? Because black women. Why now? Because black women never get a chance to have a second act, which makes sense if you think about it.
So when you in here looking at my beautiful black face and a head full of long black hair from my black ancestors, you bow down and kiss my ring, because every time you come here and look at my pretty face, you are kissing my ring. You white monkeys that come in here with your racist shit and want to call me racist. But let me tell you something, what I do. I love all, but if you F with me, I'm going to rip your neck off with my words and send you home to your mama in the mailbox. Bow down, bitches. Your white slave master right here.
Oh, I see. You mean they can't take a joke?
He owned you, MAGA.
You mean the fake news media?
You're all on his balls,
the
MAGA.
Catholics loved it.
This man is sick. He claimed that the Catholics love the fact that he put himself in an AI thing saying he's going to be the next pope. You going to pay your way for that so somebody can put you in there too, Donnie? Who's going to rig that for you? You ugly monster. Who going to rig that for you, Donnie? You lying and you senile and you're a crusty old maggot. So this is the deleted clips from an uncovered Trump interview. But he wanted to sue about Kamala Harris having an interview that was edited. Donnie, all your interviews are edited because you're not smart. Your low IQ is uncovered. One moment. Enjoy my beauty, MAGA. Natural beauty. No Botox, no fillers. Not wrinkled like you at 51.
Yes, in 60 Minutes for $20 billion because he's claiming that back in October of 2024, they aired an interview of former Vice President Kamala Harris that had some edits in it, although the full interview was separately accessible. But then Donald Trump's interviews are always frequently heavily edited by Fox. And then when Donald Trump just did an interview this weekend with Kristen Welker of Meet the Press on NBC, massive portions of the interview were deleted and edited out from what ultimately aired to the public. If you went on the NBC website, which our editorial team did, they did post the full interview there, and some of the most damaging clips of Donald Trump were not aired publicly. So I want to get this straight. Can I become a billionaire now because Donald Trump sued CBS for $20 billion, claiming
We
that
should
his
all
injury,
sue.
and by
Get
the
a
way,
petition to sue Donald
Ronnie
Trump.
Jackson, MAGA Republican Congress member from Amarillo, Texas, was added to the lawsuit so Donald Trump could forum shop to have the case heard in the Northern District of Texas before a judge that Donald Trump likes. They're alleging that they are consumers who were injured because it hurt their eyes as consumers to take in what they said was an edited interview of former Vice President Kamala Harris. They said $20 billion is the damage. Okay, so folks, $20 billion, maybe I'll buy us all yachts and jets or whatever.
Yes, Ben, get it started. I signed the petition. Let's sue him.
I've been injured $20 billion. What do you think? Well, we've got the footage here at the Midas Touch Network. Shall we look at
subscribe to Midas Touch Network? Fair use, educational, great for research and entertainment purposes.
The press. Let's take a look, shall we? We did a whole report.
I love being a commentator.
MidasPlus.com. Subscribe to our Substack and on MidasNews.com as well. Did they take out maybe a reference to Jeff Bezos and how Donald Trump basically shook down Bezos and Amazon were going to include the additional price of the goods being sold on Amazon that are now caused by the tariffs. There was going to be a tariff line item why your products cost more money. But Donald Trump, who says
the big
that
bad
the
wolf
foreign
Donnie
countries eat the tariffs, he goes,
the poison to America is Donald Trump.
Okay, well, if they're eating the tariffs, then why are you worried about Jeff Bezos and Amazon putting tariffs on the receipt of the consumer? Well, anyway, this clip got edited out by NBC. I wonder why they edited this one out. Here, play this clip.
What did you say to Jeff Bezos?
He's just a very nice guy. We have a relationship. I asked him about it. He said, well, I don't want to do that. And he took it off immediately.
So he changed course. And will you take that same tactic with other CEOs if you
I'll
feel
always
like
call people if I disagree with them. If I think that somebody's doing something that's incorrect, wrong, or maybe hurtful to the country,
well, I guess you're going to be talking to yourself, Donnie. You do plenty wrong.
You didn't know what was happening.
Plenty of wrong.
They edited that clip out.
Big dummy.
$20 billion. Please let me take your $20 billion. Okay, folks. How many yachts should I buy with that? How many jets should I buy with?
Every time I see Donnie, I get
okay,
sick.
the next clip
Let's sue
did
him.
not include on the broadcast to
that
the
face
public
is disgusting.
was when Donald Trump said that egg prices are down 87%. Then Kristen Welker, the host, tries to help Donald Trump and goes, look, Donald, we know that eggs were high because of, she tries to give him the answer. Bird flu. That's why. Blame it on bird flu. Even though former President Biden never got the benefit of the doubt on anything, and Kristen Welker and others would just destroy Biden on literally every issue. And by the way, when's the NBC story going to run on how cognitively declined Donald Trump looks? If you have people in your life that you know who have dementia or suffer from cognitive issues, I'm not a doctor. I don't know what I'm observing with Donald Trump, but I can tell you that it certainly looks like people I know that do. So you tell me. But anyway, she tries to help him and goes, it was because of the bird flu. Now, Donald Trump, whatever it is, he doesn't even understand she's trying to help him. So he attacks her and he goes, why would you say that? Why would you say that? We had the same bird flu as he had it. She's trying to help him there. I wonder if that's why they cut this clip out from what was aired to the public. Here, play this clip.
People, it didn't matter what they made because they were losing their shirt because of costs. Now take a look at what happened. Oil is down, gasoline is down, groceries are down, eggs. You were the one that asked me. You asked me about eggs. It was the first week. I didn't even know anything about what were you talking about. Egg prices were so high you couldn't buy eggs. They didn't have any eggs. And they said Easter is going to be a disaster. Well, we had Easter at the White House. And we had thousands of eggs, and they were down 87%.
Yeah, a lot of that, of course, the spike was because of bird flu. But when does it become the Trump economy?
Why do you say that?
Well, tell me,
we had the same bird flu?
He dared her to tell the truth.
Clip that they edited out on the NBC interview that the public
hit the like button, please.
Unless you went to the NBC website. Not a lot of people do that. Is when Donald Trump whines about the 2020 election. for a long time in this interview. That all got cut. Donald Trump was saying the election was rigged, and Kristen Welker again tries to help him. And she goes, I don't want to look back. Let's look forward. Donald's like, I want to look back. It was rigged. It was unfair. All right,
He's
Donald,
mad because she's telling the truth.
I wonder why they deleted this clip. Here, play it.
You know, my 4 years were phenomenal, as you know.
You a
the
lie.
stock market. In fact, even though we had to go through the COVID thing, that horrible situation with COVID, we did numbers. And when I gave it over, when I handed it over, the election was rigged. And because of that, we have a lot of problems, by the way. But when I handed it over, what happened? The market was higher than it was previous to COVID coming in. Yeah. Nobody could believe it. The stock market I'm talking about.
I don't want to look back, but you did take your case to court about that. You took your case to court about your allegations against the election. Let me ask you,
there's no question about it. The election was rigged. The facts are in.
You even said yours was rigged with Kamala. You won because of Elon Musk.
Sure. With those cases.
I won a lot of court cases.
Just to button that up, though, sir. Just to button that up.
What are you talking about?
How worried are you?
Are we talking about the election?
Let's talk about here and now. Let's talk about
the election of 2020.
Let's not talk about. Let's talk about here and now.
I think you get the point now of which
they're
deleting.
Melania, it is officially time for you to put him in a home. You are his wife. You are responsible for this nutcase of a husband that's a narcissistic, pompous, bitch, Donald Trump. It's time to have him in a nursing home. This man is ill, y'all. His decisions that he make, he would not let the interviewers get anything out. If they tell the truth about Donald Trump, he is offended. That is a narcissistic person. How can you be offended when the lady is trying to help you and you don't even see it because your IQ is low? You low IQ, Donnie. Again, I don't have the money you have. I grew up filthy poor, taken advantage of, essayed every day of my childhood. But I bet you my IQ is higher than yours, Donnie. And I don't have the money you have, and I never have. But I got a brain. I didn't have nobody give me $400 million, and I effed it up. Because if my father would have left me $400 million, God knows what I could have done with that money. And I would have blessed so many people because I understand not having. I understand not having food to eat. Try to take a slice of bread and put it in a pan of grease and eat it because I had no food to eat. I understand have to be make-believe as a child so you can get through the pain of somebody taking advantage of you, making you do bad things that you don't want to do. And my IQ is higher than yours, Donald Trump. Catch that, T. Jasmine Crockett is very educated with a high IQ, Donnie, that you don't have and never have. This reminds me of Donnie in so many ways.
Look closely at this photo and let me know if you see anything wrong. What do you see in this photo? Father helping his daughter do dishes?
Him and Epstein was very close.
Well, no. This is 22-year-old preacher Charlie Jones.
Donnie even said his own daughter was attractive. He looked at his daughters in an XUAL way.
In 1937, in the hills and hollers of Hancock County, Tennessee, preacher Charlie Johns here married 9-year-old Eunice. She had just finished the 3rd grade. She still played with paper dolls, and she liked to run outside barefoot because she's a literal child. But Charles didn't see a child. Charles saw a bride. And what's worse, her parents agreed. And for the whopping sum of $1, they married her off to this man. And if you're wondering the conversion, that's about $22 and change in today's money. That's all their daughter's childhood was worth, $1. And at the time in Tennessee, there was no minimum age for marrying, although Charlie and Eunice had to go across state lines to find a clerk that would be willing to sign off on it. And when they did, she was so small, she had to stand on a stool to sign the paperwork. Now, when this all happened, it made national headlines. People were outraged, but nothing happened. No one was arrested because no laws were broken and no one intervened. In fact, when her parents were questioned about it, her dad was like, yeah, well, we married her off. Her mom was like, yeah, Charlie's a good man. There's nothing wrong with it. In fact, her mother even said that Eunice was a good girl and Charlie would take care of her. Now, after they were married, she had to go back to school. And one day while at school, she was being mischievous and the teacher whipped her, which was something that was common back in the day. Well, her husband got so mad about it, he pulled her out of the 4th grade, and she no longer went to school after that. She gave birth to their first child at 15, had a total of 9 children. By the time she was 18, she was almost married for an entire decade. But here's the kicker. When their 17-year-old daughter wanted to marry a 20-year-old man, 4 years difference, they said no, that she was too young. She needed to find somebody more suited to her age. The irony. But let's call this what it is. Even back then, it was grooming. A grown man, an adult, a preacher, isolated a 9-year-old little girl, was enabled by society and the child's parents, the people who were supposed to protect her. He took her out of school. He got her pregnant as a 14-year-old girl, where she had the baby at 15, and robbed her of everything her childhood should have been. But let me get real with you for a moment. In 40 states, 40 of them, some form of child marriage is still legal. Some as young as 12 or 13, as long as a judge or parent signs off. And often, this is to adult men. And once they get married, all the rights and protections that they have as a child are gone. But they're too young to have all the rights and protections that an adult has, and they ultimately fall through the cracks. And if this story has made you angry, good. Channel it. Drop your thoughts about this in the comments, about other situations that still exist.
Donnie, wasn't you best friends, close friends with who? Epstein? You were. Epstein, you said out your mouth to Epstein like I'm young. And Donnie, on Howard Stern, you talked about your daughter like she was your wife. And most of the red states is sick like this man in the video. And I recall, history repeats itself. And I recall that the slave masters would not only have intercourse with the grown slave, black, beautiful women, but they would do it to their daughters too. Donnie, wasn't you friends with Epstein? And then you say Epstein like him young? Donnie, so what does that make you? Birds of the feather, they flock together. And you've been in this loop for many years because your ancestry, it revolves and evolves, go round and round because your ancestry. So it doesn't surprise me that you was friends with Epstein. Mm-hmm. More Donnie dumb people.
We need to start buying shit in America.
You want to buy American shit?
Yep, America, made in America.
Okay.
Cost more.
Can I ask you where the hat's made?
Oh, it's probably
MAGA.
4 years ago.
Where's it made?
MAGA.
In China. Yeah.
The shirt he got on probably made in China too.
You want to buy American shit?
Yep, America, made in America.
Okay.
Cost more.
Can I ask you where the hat's made?
Oh, it's probably made in China. 4 years ago.
Where's it made?
I pray it's made in China.
Every day, MAGA gets stupider and stupider and just dumber and dumber. And Donnie knows it and he loves it. He said he loved the low IQ. He loved the uneducated. And they thought that meant he really loved them and he felt them in his heart. Donnie don't feel anything for you. And I keep trying to tell you that a reprobated mind doesn't comprehend what you think, MAGA. Cinco de Mayo!
You get to celebrate a culture you've tried to erase. So this Monday, it's not Cinco de Mayo for you. It's just May 5th, and that's all it should be. Because if you've ever said, speak English, if you've ever called immigrants illegals, if you've ever cheered for walls, bans, or mass deportations, then you don't get the joy of Cinco de Mayo. You don't get flavor of a people you've demonized. No margaritas, no tequila, no tacos. You don't get to dress up in a sombrero and pretend for one day that you love Mexican culture. You don't get to celebrate a culture you've tried to erase. So this Monday,
Y'all, I'm going to tell you about these people. They're going to celebrate it anyway because they're selfish and they always have been. Very few are kind and loving because from their ancestry, there were kind and loving people from their bloodline. So black and brown people, they're going to do it anyway. They steal from the black culture all the time and they'll claim it as their own. It reminds me of the girls on TikTok, the Caucasian girls on TikTok, how y'all do dances that Black women created, and then you get on television and say it's yours. Really? So that's why I'm telling you, my beautiful brown people, they're gonna celebrate it anyway because they steal every culture. They have no culture of their own. And they love to tell Black people go back to Africa. We never been to Africa, so how you gonna tell us to go back to Africa? So therefore, you go back to Europe, you know, in the Caucasus Mountains, where the white roaches crawl. Remember that. Hit that like button, okay? I love you. I love you all. Yes, I do. Now this right here, this gonna break your heart because it's Cinco de Mayo, and I love my brown people. I love all my Latinos. I love them. I love my Mexicans. This is sad.
Today's my last day.
This is what you have done, MAGA. You and Donald Trump. Run lives.
Alfredo Leonidas never thought he'd leave LA behind.
And I just felt very emotional and obviously sad that I'm leaving
the city where he learned how to cook, worked at a Michelin star restaurant.
It was a great experience.
We did our first catering job.
Started his own business.
Excused by Chef Cuss.
And married his wife Reagan in Culver City.
I loved it there. It was
she saw the best in him.
It was hard to leave.
Alfredo's
she
undocumented
loved
status
this
from
man.
20 years ago haunted the couple's future. He says he didn't have a criminal background,
and he
no
loves
deportation
her.
orders, and still was unable to gain citizenship after they were married and stay in the U.S. at the same time. He would have had to go back to Mexico alone, at least for a decade. He says
hit that
they
like
hoped
button,
for an
please.
immigration reform.
I voted.
But after the election, they feared the new administration's immigration policies would almost certainly mean deportation.
I just felt that I was going to be picked up and asked me questions.
Reagan feared
they would have mistreated him. He was smart to deport himself.
My husband going to a work camp or being sent to El Salvador.
In March, they chose to leave the
And
U.S.
he's not from
together.
El
They don't
Salvador.
know exactly where Mexico they're going to end up. For now, they're here in Puerto Vallarta, where they're hoping to build a business together and a life together, where they feel safe, they say.
Bless them, God. Bless them.
Everything's going to be okay, you know? That we have to understand sometimes to let go of things so we can keep getting blessings.
And they say they certainly do feel blessed to have been able to make this decision on their own and prepare for the move and not deal with the chaos of deportation that others are enduring right now.
Thank you,
it's
Jesus.
hard for Alfredo, who says he's
Love
lost
is
20
beautiful,
pounds
y'all.
during the first 2 months.
I felt foreign on my own country.
And for Reagan, she still loves the U.S. and prays for the future.
I also went through a feeling like I'm somehow
Oh, you make me
betraying the
want to
country
cry.
because
Love is
I feel like I'm
beautiful.
the type of person who would stay and fight.
For now, they take each day and celebrate the joyful moments.
I'm nervous, I don't know why.
Like when they were reunited with their rescue pup from L.A., Dolly Love, just last week.
Yes, we miss you too.
Oh,
Baby girl.
The family is back together. Dolly Love, though, is getting used to the Puerto Vallarta heat, we're told, and Reagan is beginning to learn a little bit more Spanish. The couple says they're looking forward to their future in Mexico, but do hope to come back home to the U.S.
Praise
soon.
God. Praise God. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Praise God. It's a sad but touching story to listen to. He was somebody that came here from Mexico. He got an amazing job cooking and he loved cooking. He met an amazing, beautiful queen and married that queen. Love is a beautiful thing. And see, Donald Trump doesn't have that. So he hates the world because he's miserable. Donald Trump is mad at everybody but himself. You blew your daddy's money. Mexicans didn't blow your money. Black people didn't blow that money. You blew it. Your cunning ways is in your dependence. And your shrinkage is bad in your dependence.
Watch this. A woman was physically removed from Mike Lawler, a Republican out of New York's town hall. And I got to tell you, this is exactly what we need to be doing. This is what resistance looks like. Watch this. Because what it will do,
Hey, fight back, queen.
it will bring
Tell them no. Keep telling them no.
So, for instance, I'll give you a case in point.
Are you serious?
Prescription drug recall. Do you want China to continue to be?
I'm not reporting that. I'm reporting this.
Rebuke Donald Trump. Rebuke Donald Trump. Rebuke Donald Trump. Impeach Donald Trump. Impeach Donald Trump. Impeach Donald Trump. Fight back. Fight back, America.
Let's get through these questions. You should keep interrupting as I'm trying to answer the question.
Fight back, America.
I'm just going to say that it's incredible to see that everyday people can make a huge difference, and all it takes is just standing up and doing what you can to fight what's happening in the country. I don't think she ever would have thought that this would have become news that it has, but it has. She's made a huge impact, and that just goes to show that you too can make an impact in your own community and against this administration. In your
Make an impact. Rebuke Donald Trump. Rebuke Donald Trump. Fight back. Make an impact. Impeach Donald Trump. Fight back. Make an impact. Impeach Donald J. Trump. The felon in the White House is the biggest criminal in the entire world. But he want to send people to El Salvador, where you need to be behind bars in El Salvador. And the American people are not going to be happy until you are behind bars in El Salvador. You want to open up Alcatraz that's out in the water and try to send innocent people there? That's where you're going to end up at, Donald Trump. We rebuke you in the name of Jesus. We send you to the gates of hell in the name of Jesus. And this right here is a setup from the get up. Don't trust any of them. Do not trust these demons.
Breaking news right now, the Trump administration has announced that it will be paying undocumented immigrants living in the United States $1,000 if they self-deport using the CBP-1 app. In a new statement announcing this new program, the Department of Homeland Security said
do not trust them, brown people.
Travel assistance to facilitate travel.
You have not committed any crimes. Do not trust them. They're not going to give you any money. It's a setup from the get up.
Because right now, according to
rebuke Donald Trump to the gates of hell,
an undocumented migrant
where he belongs.
$121. And according to DHS, the first use of travel assistance has already been proven successful. Now, critics have said that this new program is just a way for the Trump administration to get more data and information from undocumented migrants. It's also unclear whether or not there's any legal recourse for someone who has
rebuke Donald Trump,
third country,
impeach Donald Trump.
To get some type of legal recourse if the Trump administration just decides not to pay. In any event, this is happening right now. Spread the word. I'll do a full breakdown on my Substack, link to my bio, so subscribe for free and follow along for more. We have some breaking news right now. The Trump administration has announced that it will
It is not illegal to be undocumented. It's not. America, because you don't have a brain and you're not smart. Your IQ is so low, you listen to a piece of shit, Donald Trump, who has a low IQ, and you believe that. It is not illegal to be undocumented because there's so many white people that's undocumented that's in this country. So tell them to leave. It's Russians in this country that should not be here. Tell them to leave. Donnie, tell them to leave this country that belong to us, not just you. President does not make you better than anybody else. You would never be my president. Somebody has 34 felonies I would never look up to. I'm going to tell you who I look up to, Jasmine Crockett. Very intelligent, high IQ. Kamala Harris, IQ. Woo! Donnie, you don't stand a chance. You love to call everybody low IQ. Okay, do IQ tests against all the people you call low IQ. You don't stand a chance. You don't stand a chance with that big bald spot in the top of your head, and you do that swoop over in the tape ends in your hair. I've seen it, honey. And what about your ear, Donald Trump? You old and crusty. You see now, your skin will not heal that fast. You have no melanin. You will not heal that fast. It wouldn't heal no way. And when it's compared to Evander Holyfield's ear, which Mike Tyson bit off, why does your ear not have any damage? Say Antichrist. Say Antichrist. Why does your ear not have any damage, Antichrist? Why? And all these fake people, fake Christians in my chat, that's MAGA, we don't serve the same God, so you're not affecting me. We never have. Slavery taught me a lot. We never served the same God. I wouldn't want to serve the God that you serve because your God is Donald Trump, the fake Pope. The embarrassment to the Catholic Church is Donald Trump. Shall I resume? Where's Papa's meds? Papa, Donnie boy, please just stop. The citizens are tired of you. Make sense with your low IQ, Donnie. Your low IQ, Donnie, that you like to say Jasmine Crockett has when she is highly educated. An attorney. Again, she's a what? An attorney. And what are you? A spoiled little rich boy that got money when his father died and passed away, and he threw it all away.
Has yet again demonstrated that he doesn't seem to know how anything works.
He just swindled all his daddy's money away.
He will save
you felon.
Hollywood by imposing a 100% tariff on all films produced overseas. Now, it is really unclear how that could even possibly work. Tariffs are imposed on physical goods that come across the border. I don't know if Donald Trump thinks that foreign films are coming into the US in crates on ships and then are being unspooled into the tubes of the internet for streaming, but that's not how anything works. But that hasn't stopped Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick from immediately tweeting that he was on it. So this set about great panic in the entertainment industry. Studio stocks are down. People don't know what constitutes a foreign film. Does this mean American movies with scenes shot overseas? American movies that are shot here in the US, but that have special effects work done by firms overseas? Nobody knows how this is going to play out. But what it doesn't do is address the actual problems that the entertainment industry is facing. The entertainment industry faces many of the same problems faced by industries across the U.S. economy, which include changes.
Johnny is out to destroy the entertainment filming in Hollywood, etc. Hold on, I dropped something. He did that when I was working on the set of the Resident TV show back in 2020 when the 19 happened. And because of Donnie lied to the American people, it spread and spread and spread and spread and spread, and we couldn't work. So I couldn't work on that TV set. We was out of work for months because of Donald Trump. He was running the film industry then. I was a beautiful doctor on that TV show. Yeah. You ruined it then and you want to run it now. You're trash. And you can't put tariffs on it, fool.
Let this video go over your head.
The book of life. In the beginning, when man arrived on Earth, the black gods that lead the spacecraft And they walked and they named the beast of the sea and the animals of the land. And man in his blackness did walk the earth, making medicine. They discovered time. These were all black people, got down. What you mean, Jack? Look at this here. Black people discovered started the music and the brain surgery back in the year 3 BC. Man, they was getting down. This is it, brother. Everybody gonna know about this. Listen, we can change the history. Civilization will be changed. Yeah, this is gonna be it.
See, that's how they do black people. This is reality.
Don't let this video
That is what y'all do to black people. Happy Cinco de Mayo.
Have U.S. tariffs affected Mexico? Well, let's find out. The short answer is that it hasn't. Remember, guys, when the USA puts a tariff on another country, you, the consumer, are the one that pays, not the other country. This is basic 6th grade level knowledge.
Mexico is prospering while America is suffering through the lies and poison of Donald Trump.
50 pesos.
They have plenty. While we're suffering under the poison of Donald Trump.
Do you think that any of these people here care or worry about tariffs from the U.S.? The eggs are 70 pesos for 30 eggs. And one thing about Mexico is that most of these products are made in Mexico, hecho en Mexico. So
Happy Cinco de Mayo.
They're made in Mexico by Mexican companies. So there you have it, guys. How have tariffs affected people in Mexico? Not as much as they're going to affect you. But anyways, let me know what you guys think. How have U.S. tariffs
Put the avocado down. Put it down. You don't like Mexicans, remember. Put it down. Don't you dare drink that tequila. Put it down. Put it down. You want to destroy a whole culture, a whole group of brown people. Put it down.
Some big news right now. Donald Trump's plan to open Alcatraz is being ridiculed. Why? Because it costs, according to estimates, 3 times more to run Alcatraz than the average prison. Now, the reason for this is because Alcatraz is literally on an island in the San Francisco Bay. And reopening Alcatraz after it was closed to become a museum in 1963 would cost tremendous taxpayer resources. Now, a lot of folks are saying, well, if you want to cut costs, then you don't reopen a prison that has been closed now for more than 50 years. A prison that you would have to redo most of the piping, most of the internals to even make it function.
All he want to do is cost us taxpayers money. Donald Trump is draining this country. He costing the taxpayers more money with his stupid poisoning ideas.
The key word here is estimates. Donald Trump may try to do it faster, even if it costs the taxpayer more. I'll have a full breakdown on my Substack, link to my bio, so subscribe for free, spread the word, and follow along for all the news you need to know about.
Subscribe to Aaron Partners. He is on YouTube, Instagram, follow him, even TikTok. This man is putting out nothing but great commentary, and I love him. Aaron Partners is the man. Also, again, Midas Touch Network, and everything that I show you is fair use, educational purposes, research purposes, and entertainment purposes as well. Get a life, MAGA. We're about to get up out of here. I'm going to show you something right quick because it is Cinco de Mayo day. My allergies is bothering me because the weather keeps going up and down here in Atlanta, Georgia. It'll be hot one day and it's cool today. Cold last night and going to be probably hot tonight. It's back and forth and all over the place. Yeah. Hold on.
Part of your fight, and to my fellow Mexican. Black people, did you guys know that Cinco de Mayo is also part of your fight? And to my fellow Mexicans, some of you guys want to celebrate our culture but stay quiet on anti-blackness. when Cinco de Mayo is a proven factor of what happened when we unite and come together. Cinco de Mayo is not Mexican Independence Day, but it is a huge battle and a huge win for Black and Mexican history. We unite as one and call it Mexican history. In 1862, La Batalla de Puebla, 33 years after Mexico became a country and it abolished slavery, the French military, led by Napoleon, decided to go find more slaves. So they went to a nearby town called Puebla. Puebla was heavily populated by Afro-Mexicans and indigenous Mexicans. Now, this is during the time that a lot of the Black slaves were fleeing to the south, which the south was Mexico. The Mexican military was on the border protecting these Black slaves so the slave owners wouldn't cross to come and try to take them back. And Napoleon saw an opportunity to get more slaves for free. But you see, when he led the French military into Puebla, regular civilians came together, African slaves who are now Mexicans and indigenous Mexicans, and whooped the French's butt. If you went to the school in the United States, you're not going to learn about our unity, because time and time again, we have shown that when we unite, we defeat the people that try to conquer us. All this Latino hate from the Black community and all this anti-Blackness from the Latino community needs to come to an end when you guys realize that we're one and the same. Make sure you guys enjoy Cinco de Mayo and remember where our roots come from. And remember, divided, we stay conquered.
Right now in Mexico, they have an amazing museum of nothing but Black art. Different parts of Mexico they do. And as I've told y'all several times on my channel, California, New Mexico, Arizona, Texas, and 2 or 3 more states belong to Mexico. That's why Governor Newsom said he just may join Mexico, become a country of their own, or either join Mexico. He said, what, revisit and reunite with Mexico? Because Blanco stole everything. He nickel and dime Mexico. Those history books played in Black and brown people's faces. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Hit that like button before you leave up out of here. And MAGA. Buenas noches, puta. I love y'all. Bye. Hit the like button.